Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be here answering some questions that I have received when I've been doing some of my author coaching. I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about that. And I also wanted to talk about some key activities that you can do so that you are definitely doing the activities you need to do to be a successful writer. Now I feel like I've been talking. So now I've talked about different productive activities that you can do as a writer. So now that we know all of those things, I'm gonna go ahead and start talking to you about the second portion, which is about different things that I've coached people on. So if you do have questions though, go ahead and comment below. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. But recently I've gotten a few different questions, and so I wanna answer those. All right, so some of the different coaching questions that I came across. I had somebody who had somebody edit their stuff for them, and they asked me, I really want to stick to my voice. What do you think that I should do? Because I don't want to be difficult. I want to do what they've suggested, and I don't want to mess up my book. I have this professional editor, and they said, this is just, wow, some people might not be able to handle this. And what do you think? I really wanted this in here. This is my voice. This is what it is. You are going to want to listen to your voice when it comes to something. When it comes to anything having to do with your writing, you're going to want to make sure you pay attention to like if you get some kind of feedback and stuff like that, you take it, you grow from it, but you don't live there. You live in your voice and in your work. Quick thing here, if you are writing something and you have an editor, like definitely respect like their suggestions. But if it's something that like completely goes, this is really and it kills it for you, like your book messes it up, that's what I mean. That's when you go, hey, this is feel right for my voice. If it feels wrong, that's when you don't do it. Okay. I got one that was talking about sensitivity writing. Sensitivity writing is, and editing and all that is basically if someone basically anything that might be offensive to anybody. It could be racially, it can be genderly, it can be stereotypically, just like anything that might offend somebody who's reading your thing. So so I've kind of talked about this in one of the editing interviews that I did a while back, talking about, how do you edit. But anyway, so somebody recently, she asked me, is this offensive? Like, how would you describe somebody who has like a certain tone to them and everything else? And sometimes that's a very sensitive subject. People, with good reason, it's a sensitive subject sometimes and stuff like that. But I think that more, if you focus on, this is just a person, period. And how would you describe this person like any other person? Then if you do that and you do it in a respectful, beautiful way, you're okay. I like to describe people via like food and like scenery, like, oh, he's as beautiful as like an ocean or something like that, or he was like looking like I was looking at art. That is anybody for me. Like, I don't care what the racial thing is. So let's say it's a racial, like, okay, a racial description or something like that. I don't really live in like the racial like descriptions. I don't do that. I more live in this person looked like art, they're beautiful, whatever, because you've got to understand when someone's reading a book, they're seeing whoever they want to see anyway. I know that that's just how it is, but as long as it's done with the utmost respect for whoever you're writing about, and it's not done in some weird like stereotypical goofy way, like just offensive, then you're okay. Like, would you be offended about this if this was you? Like, step into someone's shoes and say, if someone was describing me like this, and this is like something that oh wow, that's kind of stereo, then that's something that you need to edit. I hope that makes sense. But again, that's something that I definitely would talk to a sensitivity editor and have somebody view it and say, hey, so for something like that, if it's a sensitivity thing, look at it, ask somebody who does that actual editing, and they can help you with that. Another question that I received was, in my book, I'm getting some feedback that people think that my couple argues too much. Because you know how you have those books that have like a push and a pull and a push and a pull and a push and a pull? Well, one of those books, one of my people that I did professional editing for, she asked me about, oh, do you think that, you know, I'm kind of getting that, and some people think that they have too many arguments and stuff like that. Well, that's how they get down. That's their relationship. So if someone is not really a fan of that, that might not be their book choice. But if that is your genre and that's how it works for you guys, then if it feels right for your story, keep it. Because some people absolutely love that. One of my books that does have that push and pull is Too Much Trouble. And that's as much push and pull you're gonna get in my kind of book. But anyways, they are always like, boom. And it's my legal drama one. She's his lawyer, and anyway, he has her go in there and she's under protest. She's there. But then when she gets there, she discovers, like, you know, he's got some stuff going on and he has some people who might not be too trustworthy around him. So she takes pity on him. She kind of helps him out. Another question that I received recently, do you think that a character should, do you think that they should have some established connection or not established connection? That is really, you know, it's really, again, a lot of it comes down to choice. If that is going to strengthen your story and lend itself to making it stronger, great. If it's going to be like, this makes no sense, take it out. Less is more when editing. That's what I say. So if something can get cut to make it clearer and to clarify the story, then you're going to want to do that. Another person that I was doing some work with, she was talking to me about her book, and she was talking to me about, like, you know, like the fine tuning, and talking about how should like text appear, or how should this conversation go down so that it feels like real conversation. You can look that up in editing, and that kind of helps. But what I suggested for her was to have the conversation out loud. So if you are writing dialogue, a lot of times if you're writing dialogue, you might say something, if you're writing it, just, you know, like the text itself, but not speaking out loud. That's going to be something that's going to be, oh, da, da, da. But when you speak it out loud, it might sound funny. So I definitely suggest doing that, because you might edit some stuff out and things like that. And you don't always need to say, she said, he said. After you established it, like, I would say, he said this, she said that, or... All right, guys, so my ring light is on protest for some reason. Let me go fix it for a second. Hold on. Apparently, it is too warm to continue. This thing right here just burnt the living... Ooh. Doesn't have smoke coming off of it. But it burnt the living daylights out of me. So I'm going to let this cool off a little bit. Just kind of hang here and cool off. Just a little bit. Actually, there. So I'm not gonna let it hang down. All right, guys, I am so sorry. That is the end of the video. My camera just went on protest. So we'll finish answering that question, I promise, on the next one. And that is that. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with another one soon. Thanks.